Hello, my name is Hookboy, and today stream is not survival, but about my creation, the hauler. So we have some mods on. Ignore the plasma turret, ignore the armor gates, ignore the wings. We have small ship gravity generator, small ship windows, and small ship mod for blocks mod. So let's do a quick overview of the ship. So we have, I built this by the way, so we have this weird sort of bird nose design that nicely falls on into a nice comfortable thruster pack. Moves on down, yes, this is a small ship gone wild. Then it moves on down to this weird thruster system that works. We have the hangar doors here, which are absolutely huge. I know one's painted. We have the main thruster power pack at the back. Top side, we've got like a bit of a helipad area where you can land something. Bottom, just got a connector, got some hydrogen. We've got an escape pod which doesn't actually work. Lovely to know, but I never got it to fly out yet, but it's there just in case I can make it work. We've got some cool piping look ideas. We've got this bit of, which then we've got an observation deck area. So let's go to the hangar, and this is how big the hangar is. So let me find the button. It's not on this side, it's on this side. For some reason we have, okay, it's fine, just buffered. Stream's just buffered. Okay, let's just get tab on. Look at this. You can the ship that must fit in here must be fairly small. So we've got fineries, parts everywhere. We've got oxygen, solar things here. We've got the panel that's not working. So let's go frontwards into the assembler room. Quite nice and cozy. Here we have the power room with a gravity generator in the middle. Is that little thing there? We have, well, we have this so far. Let's carry on. So we have a stairway going down to the staff crouch here. The escape pod, which works in all intents and purposes. I just believe some reason there's this around it. I think I know why it's not working, because these and that's there, so there's some building error which I never realised until it was put on the workshop, so apologies, but it's got a safety feature, call it. So we come over here, we got a gyroscope on a broken down wheel for some reason, just to look cool. You have some cryopods, some storage. This mainly would probably work in survival as with ore. Got the cargo container room. Okay, I realised it on this side but not the other. And here's the observation area, so there is a way up. It's a bit of a weird sort of climbing system which I've almost done flawlessly, but you get the idea. So we'll run back through the ship. Run through here, the noisy room, second noisy room. Run through here, we have some more storage, some gyroscopes, some bits and bobs. We have the med bay, we have some space back here. Over here we've got the med bay. It's quite small, looks a bit stupid when you do it to this mode. We have the jump drives, quite a low ceiling. And this is the entire interior of the ship. Actually, false, I forgot about the bridge. You can really, well, that's the entire first layer there. In here we have a briefing room for the couple of people you have on the ship. Go up, and here we have the bridge. So this thing, for how much It's a massive small ship that's not actually that big, and it goes as fast as a massive ship. And it really doesn't have enough stopping power, really. It has quite a bit, but not really enough. And we have it, yeah. There's a slight, if I can find the ship again. Oh. It has a slight extensive testing problem, but the thrusters have damaged this bit area, which can be fixed. However, dodgy designs will always get my downfall. So it sort of has a weird, like a boat feel to it. Originally, I built the bridge backwards. The hangar's right under here, so we're going to do a bit of a crash test. Full speed ahead. Crash test. It has got a lot of forward thrusters, I have to admit. And this is... It's quite not that defended, so... Be a bit weird. But it works. Ish. Bit of a flawed design, but it looks pretty good. Impact's happening fairly soon. And boom. So from, what was that, like 50 odd? Let's go. It's saying it's a small ship. It's done next to no damage to the ship, really. It's just gone through the front piece, and the interior is completely sealed. Now, to put this to a true test, I must open the doors, sadly. Actually, no, I don't have to open the doors, but the doors will be open for a second. Okay, it's going to complete stop. Let's get out the thing. So we will do a mini test. I need a control panel, and luckily I've installed control panels all along the entire ship. Transfer to Space Pirates. So let's get my Crusader Corvette. Like, it actually... It ain't that big. Oh jeez, Corvette's moving. So the small ship actually takes a fair bit of beating from a large ship, and I have to get on the chase of this thing. Expect we got them damaged later. We just need to catch up to the thing. They took out the goddamn antenna. No, you haven't, sorry. Gotta get in the pursuit. So let's now just go have a look at the ship that's getting out of control. It ain't doing too bad. Still got power. Let's slam on the brakes. Start going to our port, starboard. Which one is it? I can't remember. Not too bothered really. It's one of them. I think actually it is probably port. Yeah, I think it's port side. We have completely and utterly we've probably done less damage, probably wasted more, and we've not got the right amount of damage. So let's shut off. Let's sort of catch up to the thing. So we're close to our asteroid, so let's have a look at our ship next to the Corvette. Give it a minute. There we go. Let's catch up to the thing. It's probably because it's been stuck on a movement path. So the front of the... Oops, I've knocked it probably, haven't I? So let's have a look from those. This thing is a dwarf compared to this, but the absolute carnage. Like, let's have a welder out. So most of this, I believe, is light, heavy. It's quite heavy. Most of it's heavy armor, I have to admit. But it took a beating, like... It's like you can really, like, there's some glitches of the armor, but the true test of this has it actually breached anywhere in the interior. It's breached pipes, it's breached, yep, we breached the interior. Let's shut the back. Ooh, the backspin. Okay, let's go for the interior look. So hangar, next to obliterated. Okay, let's just get the grinder out. Never mind, I thought it'd be faster. Let's pop through. So the gyroscope room, it's a bit weird. We pop through. Medical room. Medbay. Still working jump drives. Fashion, but this not pressurized. The rest of this room, the other room was fine, so that's quite good. The hangar's not been sealed, but that's probably really fine. Assembler room sealed. Reactor room sealed. The stowaway room sealed. Well, it was never sealed in the first place, but the escape pod, if it could actually disconnect without getting stuck because of my poor design, it technically could get out. Or in theory, should I say. Technically, it does not. Bit of warping. Okay, the cryo room. Hopefully, it seems fine. Cargo room. Cargo room, fit armor. Yeah, didn't do too well, did it? Oh. Cargo room. Nope. Oh yeah. Cargo room. Massive weakness. Space armoring. This room. No. So, most of the rooms are fairly sealed. Some a bit warped, but not bad. I wonder. Let's go check the bridge. I never checked upstairs. I keep forgetting about this. So this room sealed. It's missing a chair. The bridge not sealed. Well, here's a ship anyway. Next to the Corvette. Let's now break down the glass. Forget this. Delete this one. Delete. Not copy. Delete you. Now let's see if a fighter can go against the Corvette. So let's get the not the Corvette, the Hauler MK2. So let me find a fighter. Let's have a look through. That's all the boxes. There's the this will pop. This will do. You have the standard blue fighter. So that's a bit of a gap to pass. Lag immediately. Because it's... Okay, there's a bit of a collision there. So we'll see what damage we've done with the Gatling, but here's a quick test. Can we fit this in the gap? Will the actual default fighter will fit in? Even though we probably... It possibly could fit in at an angle. It could fit in. Let's get ditched out. Let's see what the Gatling did. Some major warping. Some extreme damage from just some slight Gatling fire. We've lost a couple of thrusters at the back. Some decent damage in the armour. Some decent warping. Some decent breaching into the next layer of armour. Some huge breach for that just small little ram. Luckily I built space armour and we broke this radium. Probably that from the other ship reactor. Shut the other side quickly. Some bit of damage here. Was this where we were shooting when we did the pass? Yep, we skirted across. Hit this. Almost got to a pipe. Did some decent. I think we clunked something. Let's have a look at the interior. Just a quick check through before we go for a rocket run. Or we probably start a fresh one. So we've got possibly a fire. That's probably for the thrusters. Room fine. Room fine. room seems fine. This room, fine. This room, fine. This room's perfectly fine. And this room's fine. But some decent outside damage. Like, oh wait, this room's not fine, sorry. Breached. Totaled. So I need to get out this little situation. Delete you. Wait for the thing to load in. Well, let's get back into the fighter. Let's do a bit of a rocket run. Shall we? Let's come along, get a bit of a pass. Your fire. Try without crashing. We've had a bit of a lag issue because of Space Engineers running a bit worse off performance, but it's generally probably fine. Without crashing. Let's inspect the damage. We've glitched the entire hangar bay too. So that's how where it was, and that's how it's moved. Let's check the front. Front. Seems perfectly fine. We've had some serious thruster damage. We've leaked into a compartment. Entire armor plating's almost basically next to removed. Yep, the compartment's breached pretty bad there. Oop. We're not hopefully not into a sealed room. Might be just block glitching. And let's check. Okay, the hangar doors seem perfectly fine. Totally. Just check the rest of the ship. We did a couple hits at the back. Let's check the underneath part. Seems fine. Let's check the room, see if we've done any internal warping. Appears not to, on this side at least. Ooh, we've done a bit of internal warping here. We've deleted one of the ramps. The safety system is still in check. It's a bit warped as well, so some internal warping is possible. Some bad internal warping here. And in here, perfectly fine. So a bit of warping, a bit of damage. So far, the ship can take a beating from both sides. Gatlings do the worst against the ship for some reason, because problem with Gatlings is that it penetrates through the armor, but the rockets, they sort of they break like components. Gatlings more or less just penetrate things. So rockets really gets a ship, all you're gonna do is break the hangar doors, maybe like outside components. Like, where was it? Here. Components broken, armor next divide. Just here where it got hit a bit bad. Where the armor just got ripped underneath. So really, it's not too bad now. To get onto the tutorial part of how to play Space Engineers. That was just me showing off the ship. I thought I'll teach some of you all some basic Space Engineers. Just of a comment saying they were about it before quite a while ago, they said. So let me just have this up. Let's just get nuclear reactor. It is technically It's a reactor. What does it say? Say nuclear reactor. Oop, nope. There we go. So, teach you all a thing or two. So, tool wise, we have your assault rifle. Ignore the camouflage colour with it, with a suit. It shoots, you aim, powerful enough. Let's get onto that. Then we got tools. Fairly obvious. You've got your welder. You build stuff. You got your grinder. You tear down stuff. You build stuff. Then you got your drill. It's more of a complicated tool. You've got left click, which buys the ore, which it's stone. I was gonna say it looks weird, but it's if you left click, it gives you a stone. You pick it up. If you do right click, it destroys material and just digs through. Same for that for the large ship one, but we'll get to that later. So, armor wise, you have your full light armor, and you have your slope, your corner slope, the inverted corner slope thing where it joins on. Oh, wrong way. We have your half block and slope. So that's, you have that in light, and I think I have to do this one first. Then you have your heavy and light. Then you have the same for all the different ones and all that. So, parachute. Let's pop it in the air. So this goes on planets, and what I believe it works in creative fine, but I'm not too sure. However, let's get refinery. Quick look. We get to that later. But parachutes, we get to that. They're not default. They're just modded. So you have that's still modded glass. Never mind. Ignore that. So we have the control seats for large ships. You have the standard and you have flight seat. They do both do the same job, but however, this is better for first person. So as you see in this, you can't change view. This, you can. So you got the better seat, and then you got more of a. Oh, that has more of a control, sort of. So you have the both cockpits. Which I probably should make them both small ship cockpits. Fighter and normal. You have remote control. So when you have a remote control, you can have a drop down bar that goes to a certain thing, or you can hop in a seat and go control the vehicle. So as this, you hop into this, you have instant control. However, let me just grab a seat. If you hop into said this, you can't do anything. But if this was connected, that was connected to this in a ship, you could access it, control it, then you have and it would basically be that, but worked as this. And also, you could do it from a distance and through the drop down menu, but that goes to the point of cameras, where you could add them onto your whole drone and pilot it around. So we have batteries. Batteries are basically reactors and solar. You can power them up. They charge, these charge. I believe it's charged because I've been creative. Nice. It's charged up. You could have options where there's a hell control panel. This I don't think there is, but you have semi-auto, which recharges and discharges. Then you have these separate ones. We have solar, like I was talking about before, which is created powered by just even sitting there. That's how nice it is. You probably see me place down quickly. We got the small, and then we have the large reactor. These can both be small and large. So say at least. As you get the idea there. Medical room. when you basically, I believe, hopefully I don't mess this up completely, if you backspace, kill yourself. If I die, we have a respawn bay, and we have a respawn bay here, then you respawn. You have your, where you can heal, get action and all that, then you have your skin customization area. I can do this. That gives me a... I've got a duplicate of that. Which gives me a helmet, which I've already have. So I can recycle that. And then you get tokens to buy. That's all survival stuff. Which I can do in creative, and there's body location, so E or F or click, not E, F, right click or left click. You can access your inventory, and then once you've cleared it, it can go away, and you can shove off the edge. So that. Cryopod, you can basically log off in here, and keep you powered, you won't lose anything, and it's basically a safe thing. So hydrogen, you have large and small for this, but I put it into small context. So hydrogen, it will not run just like this, sadly. You must have, let's grab the pipes, the tank, and the pipes, and I'll probably grab this. So, to even have this to work in creative, simply, and not that, add a tank to it, and then, it also needs power, but once you've done this, add a power, it will turn on. However, to keep the tank fueled, you need an oxygen /H2O2 /H2 generator, so hydrogen and oxygen generator, to keep the hydrogen rolling. So I'll carry on to that later. But just say you need piping to connect up to a tank, and I'm going to nudge this out of the way. My workspace. Nudge these things out of the way. I'm drifting space. So you have atmospheric thrusters. So these work as sort of they work as a jet engine / same as the hydrogen in a way. The hydrogen works the same as all the rest of them. So you have the point in all directions. So if I wanted it to go this way, it would go that way, go that way, that would go that way, that would go that way, that would go that way, and that would go that way. Not much hard, but the thing with these is they're fairly weird shape, to be honest. So let's just get the thrusters in a, sort of together. So we have the small, we have the large, then we have the small, then we have the large. So you can see these are quite the large thrusters. They only work in atmosphere effectively. I am going to say as the opposite way. These only work in space. So you have both, but drains fuel, energy users, atmospheric, space, and the work both ways. So we have wheels. Wheels, you plug them on, they spawn the wheel, and then you have controls for that. This is just simple gyroscopes. You need these on your ships, as they allow you to do the turning like this. If not, you're basically stuck doing a grid pattern, sort of left, right, back, that sort of that style. Next, we have the order detector. So the order detector, once connected to power and an antenna would increase and help, would detect ores. So let me get my, you might saw it before, but the drill. If I can quickly find anything, this would help. So see, iron, it's pinging you iron. So it says iron. In mine, you can collect that iron. So ore detector, basically, you can have it on a ship, on a station, it will detect ore for you. So let's now ditch that and carry on to the next item. So we have antenna, beacon, laser beacon. So where's the hell the platform is? It's over there. So beacon and antenna basically work the same, except antenna would help with the it would help with the remote control system. So the beacon is a beacon. An antenna is technically an antenna, but it would assist in the remote control functions. And a laser antenna would basically, you would point it at a GPS or GPS location of another antenna, and it will send information to each other. Sort of a laser antenna, how it should work. However, they're fairly complicated, and I don't understand them. So refinery. Let's plug this down for we can have use. So refinery. We get these. So you see these squares. These are ports for the power-ups, which are speed, yield, and power. You basically stick them on the grids, and it works. So refinery. So we need to have an example. We've got some iron on us. That's luckily I mined it up. So we'd plug it in there, refine it into bars. So let's get out the assembler. So you have these piped up, the large pipes. But we take this, add in there, and go to production, and we can make some steel plates, some bits and bobs, we can't make them. But you can make stuff with that. So there's that. I believe, yep, the arc furnace, I hope. Okay, the arc furnace cannot have power-ups, however. This takes all ores. It takes all the ingots and whatever it's refined except for uranium. So let me go grab quite a bit of iron. Let's just grab a miner. Most worst miner I've ever made. Where the hell's the iron? So let's just get it. So right click on a ship miner does that, and left click the same. So it's like, so the tools on the ships are like the same or similar to the ones in the character. However, you can physically go and I think it's only the weld and grind you can do that too. However, I think if you go to drills and then tell them to be on, they would spin by themselves. So we've got the miner done what I wanted to do for a split second. Let's grab a bit of ore, get onto the tools later, but oh god, there's junk around here. So we will have the arc furnace. The arc furnace will do things like iron 10 times quicker than the refinery. Well, I say it's 10 times, it feels like 10 times. So we've done that. So projector, well, the speed upgrades I'll just show you. You can plonk them on the assembler of the refinery. Let's just do the refinery. So you just plonk them on. Boom, they work. It's how simple. So projector. This is complicated stuff. This will let's just grab a cockpit what you've seen. Projector will project things. Let's get something a bit small, like okay, it's confusing me. I know what they do. I know how they work slightly. Not the best. Oh, so the size. That's the. Oh, that's different. So a projector must only project the size of a... Oh, so here, okay. So here is it. Here's its projecting this. Okay, has that worked a bit? So projector. Just work on this until it works. I believe, okay. Never mind. So I believe there's some way, but I can't remember exactly how, but there is a way to make it show buildable. Only show buildable. So some reason I don't understand, but you can make it work. It has worked in the past for other people. And you can print off ships. So at least you got the welder, grinder. They work like each other. So you would have the welder, which you touch stuff, it welds. You have the you have the grinder, it grinds stuff and it grinds. Simple. Turrets, interior turrets. You will take standard machine gun rounds. It's not technically not a small ship one, but this default this would take the standard automatic rifle and it would shoot. And then you have your custom rockets, not rockets, but you have your Gatling ammo and missile ammo. You have the same for these. This is a reloadable, so this you have to load it from the front, unless it's a large ship. But this you have to on small ships reload one. So you have warheads. So example. Small ship ones do less than big ship ones for warheads, and this is where lights were. So let's just plop this in the rock. Do this, start a countdown and get the hell away. So 10. So as you see, you set it to detonation, it will blow up. And it will create a massive crater. And that's simple, it's explosive. See every crates, they work as you probably would expect, like a Minecraft chest. So you have a small one, that only holds so much. It doesn't show, but to be medium, that is only for small and got large. So doors. Doors will basically be your airlock systems for free. So you have a door. Then you have another door. It's very simple explaining. You have a door, you have another door. So let me just say. Okay, that's the wrong block. I thought I had this one. So you have a door system. So this door, some reason, oxygen will stay in here and not stay in here. However, depressurization will not happen inside these blocks unless both of them are open. So airlock systems are basically, you'll see it in other videos, but not more clearer, but you can do this as an airlock system for free. Hangar doors, I showed you them before. You click a button and it moves. Blast doors are basically expensive and small thruster proof, or small ship thruster proof material. Then you have a bunch of bits and bobs like these. Interior stuff. You have stairs. Your pillars, that. You have decoys, which guns will shoot at these if they had power. And they were classed enemy. You have lights, spotlights. So lights and corner lights are interior. This would, let's simply say it does. It's basically a floodlight. It does that. And you can change the settings. So you have program block, which does your scripts, which I've never touched in my life. So you have your scripts, you work that out there. You have a control panel, which is a control panel, literally that's all it does, so you can access things. There's literally, the only system in this is a control panel. So you have camera, it's camera, you have a sound block, yeah, sensor, it's sensor stuff, you have a timer block, it does a timer block, it's a bunch of programming stuff which I don't get, except for the camera. Control button is basically, yeah, buttons you press. So we have connector, which is basically where you can transfer supplies in and out and connect together your ships. To an ejector, well, what the hell's a crate when you need it? Ow. Let's just say we plunked one onto. Okay, it's only for small ships, isn't it? Oop. No. Let's just borrow some of this. So let's say we add control panel. We need power, don't we? Let's just add power before we start nudging it way too far. Realise we messed up the plug on the side. So we tell the ejector to throw out. And because of gravity, it will throw out everything. So it will lob out all the items it's got inside. It's quite funny looking like I'm just building a wall. But that's what that does. Where are we? There we are. Collector, would say the least. Oh no. Okay, let's kill gravity for a second. Tell Newton that. Kill gravity for a second, so it might need power. But it'll basically hopefully some reason the oil's absolute strong, doesn't want to move, so we do this, it goes inside. It goes inside. So let's grab some more. And basically go, okay, it goes inside and collects it. Goes to the bottom, it's all in there. So that's how that works. So conveyor system is basically a one-way pipe according to your system. So if you want a clever system that lobs out things, you want to have it one way. So whatever goes through here, it's not coming back. So that could really work as like a loop system, where if it doesn't go in, it goes round, which I guess makes some sense. You have landing gear. So landing gear, they stick onto things. So let's say we try to nudge something towards it. Okay, now this is locked to that. And that's how that works. Basically, you lock things to it that you can press P. Pistons and rotors. So a piston. Well, a piston is fairly simple technology that occasionally breaks games completely. There we go. Simple. A rotor would simply spin around. and have this to extend. How to crash a game 101. And then you probably get those in space. You get the point. So it goes up and down. It can go spin around. That's rotors and pistons. Not much explains to do. Merge block. Like the connector, however, it makes the entire two grids, two separate items, ships, whatever, become one. So simple enough. That's how I explain it. Rotor heads are just rotor heads. You got the air vents, which allow oxygen in pressurized rooms, so not touching space. Oxygen generator, we cover that. Tanks. And this is basically like solar farm, however, it creates oxygen. Magic. Glass is glass. Gravity generator, you get that. Spheric, or yes, it's basically Earth gravity in quite a small radius. And oh god, it's killing things. So mass cubes and balls are basically, these just go around, and then when these are powered, these you can take these items and they will basically be it basically turns into everything huddles up there, so quite a powerful, effective weapon. Then you have a jump drive. You tell the thing to jump somewhere, let's take the ship for a ride. We probably crippled it enough. Jump. Jump drive. Batteries. Jeez, how many items we got on this? So we'll just go jump. Jump. So you can start going forward, you have to move, but it will start jumping you. And now we're miles away from said location. The doors are still glitched. So that's how that works. And the ship's not moving without me. How nice. Uh-oh. Have we crashed it officially? Right, stream, it's crashed. Oh, never mind, it hasn't. So there's that. So now let's have a fairly powerful and overpowered device. So if all ships were technically had some mass box or whatever mass things on them, which you could have it set as that. We can add said power. So let's see where this thing went along, so let's just bust through a window. So will this start yanking me in? It's a weird, I am using a weird ship to control this, but So it could be pushed as a push device. Well, let's just do this. It doesn't exactly work as well as... I said push, not pull. You monkeys. See, if you put the mass down, it basically turns into nothing. So now let's actually put on a actual gravity generator. Probably dampeners are too powerful for the goddamn thing, but let's just say we... So if we had enough of these, you'd see what happened. So yeah, if your entire ship had these laced in it, let's see if I've got my... Okay, that's not it, that's the campaign ship I took. Stat. Are they in here? Oh yes they are, indeed. So we'd have a gravity system that basically could kill you. And I've almost killed the ship. And it is quite a dangerous weapon that can kill the entire station. I forgot to invert the systems. Great example what happens when you have it like this. So let's just have one of these over here. And rush to a control panel. Oh god, incoming. Captain, she's incoming. Control panel. Grav. And away she goes. So if you had the system set up right, you can have a tractor beam almost, but that needs artificial mass. Or let's just say we had some reason it is fairly weird. However, I have to admit, it probably, in mind's eye, this would probably work a bit better with these gravity generators, but they don't have the same size, I have to admit. And has the thing just killed the power? Or has it just disconnected some of the rods? Yep, rods are disconnected. Let's just fix up the rods with some magic of technology. Say fixed. So if you started fixing said gravity generators, acceleration, switch the other way. As you see, it will launch you for miles if you're not careful. So let's plunk down one of these. And not destroy the entire system. So this could probably make a drive system. Or simply fire off like this. So in theory, if we take this artificial mass, can't do anything in the settings, have this, you have an explosive device of a nuclear reactor that's gone into space. And itself collided with itself. So let's do this bit weird. So gravity generators. GG, gravity. Gravity generators off. Oop, no. So if we had this, put this to waste with a space bullets. Oop, no. Nope. So once we have this, we can physically have a why is it not? Oh, I see. We've just created a colliding missile system, so if we virtual mass, it turns into that. I see. And we sent them off into space like a bookshot system in a way, if they all went at once, if I just put them together right. Now this is going to be dangerous, as we are going to launch ourselves into space for said greater good. Let's plop an antenna on here somewhere. And why the hell is power out? Because no, the power's not out, I just turned off the thing, you remember that. Let's turn on this. Thank God. Now this is one way of extreme travel. Oh God, ladies and gentlemen. That's one way of doing it. And boom, we're launched out of the gravity generator thing. So if we had this set up in the right way, we could have all of them launched at once, and we are going at max speed. So it's a long trip to go nowhere, to say the least. So I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. It's been a bit of a mess, but I've hopefully taught you some things, and I've hopefully assisted in some cluelessness. However, there is a tutorial which probably, well, the campaign tutorial would help you if you are confused. So thanks for watching. This is really just a filler stream, but thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.